Yes, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl Shay, and I am coming at you live this evening on a recap of the last episode of Southwest High on Tubi right now. They started off, I wasn't aware, with just 5 episodes, and they're currently working on a season 2. From what I've read so far, that it definitely will be a season 2 continuation. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you guys have not checked out this show, I definitely recommend. It's a really good show. Watch together as a family. It's a pretty decent, dealing with everyday things from high school drama to everyday life things of being a principal and just dealing with different people from different backgrounds and just showing a lot of positivity, which is nice from some of the shows that we have out right now. And it's definitely a lesson learner in this show, which is what I enjoy with me and my daughter as well. Um, yeah, but the thing is, I knew at some point that this teacher was going to get exposed for basically being a pedophile and impregnated that young girl, that student in this class. But it's a lot of things that happened I did not know. For one, I did not know he was dealing with another student, and on top of that, he's been dating the coach of the cheerleading squad, who is now also pregnant with his baby as well. While the girl he knocked up, that's a student, it had his baby, all in the same episode. Then at the end of the episode, he basically incriminates himself and tell on himself by snapping at the LaShawn. He and didn't know that Jalen Rose character was standing right there and heard it all. The wrong person you would want to hear heard it. So I'm just really interested in wonder how they're gonna do this. It's just like so much coming at once. And then the young lady that he started dealing with, she then basically went crazy, saying how she's not gonna just stand by and let him marry somebody else and all this mess. I'm like, I honestly don't know what is gonna transpire. And the crazy part is what I find interesting, that the girl only know they engaged. She don't even know, on top of that, she finna have this man's baby, and then really his fiance is in for a rude awakening, because she finna find out the man she talking about that's gonna be my man and a good husband is a pedophile and had a baby with one of the students. So, and dating another student. So she has a lot to sink in, and it's just interesting to know what she's gonna do in with now finna have this man's child and all of this. Cause it's obvious, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna do some time. If they bring this show back on, this man is still teaching in this school or something, like nothing happened, that would make me stop watching it. Like literally, cause all this dude, I he gonna do some time. It's gonna be some big repercussions because he got a lot. The fact that he was dealing with 2 underage girls, and I know somehow they gonna find out that he was dealing with the other girl. So is, and I'm sure maybe it probably wasn't even just them two. It's the ones they know about. He probably was dealing with other. And the sad part about it is definitely a lesson for us as parents too. I feel like, to make sure we talk to our kids especially when it comes to teachers. And it's not just male teachers, female teachers, that they just kind of want to be careful and aware. And if they ever feel an uncomfortability or feel like anybody, whether it's a teacher, a coworker, or just anybody who they're around, family, if anybody ever making you feel uncomfortable, you definitely want to say something. So I think that's why I said I think this show is really good for lessons in life, especially if you have a high schooler, a teenager, going into high school. These are some of the things that they may come across, and it's a nice kind of conversation starter for our teenagers to kind of talk to them about that. Because sometimes it's awkward for some of us as parents to talk to our kids about if somebody try to sexually assault you, or if somebody you, because it's honestly a lot of that going on more and more each day. It's getting worse with these teachers and people close to our kids, as they call it. They're grooming our kids, and sometimes our kids don't even know it. They may think it's a person just being kind to them, and sometimes it may just be the person doing their job. But also, it's just like I said, it's a nice conversation for us to always have with our kids, to just be on guard, not to fully let your guard down, and not to just be so trusting so easily. Because I know even when I was in school, some teachers couldn't make it easy for you to trust them because they're so nice and so helpful. But you just want to really be careful, and we want to be the ones to teach our kids that, to just be aware. I mean, it's some people that may not have bad intentions, but because a lot of people can play, because just like this show, this teacher, I really thought he was one of the good ones. Before that, they connected the dots in the beginning about him impregnated that. Well, she was 16 at the time when they were dealing with each other, from what she said. But I would have thought he was one of the decent teachers that's trying to help along with the principal and helping to get the school better and all that. I really thought the only douchebag was the teacher that he fired, that said he didn't want to be there, and then the other teacher who was just basically being racist in a sense towards African American kids, like saying that these are just hoodlums that don't know nothing and just jailbirds type thing, which is another, I feel like, good topic that this show brings out, because it shows that some people have towards our African American or any other, and how it is unfortunately some people out there that judge us off of our skin color. And that was actually a discussion me and my daughter had together after even watching that episode with the teacher, basically calling all the kids hoodlums just because they African American. They just all hoodlums, and they gonna never make it or do anything. Like, and sadly, I had experience of a teacher being that way, and I'm pretty sure many of us have had experiences of being racist or some in a certain aspect, and already judging you just off of how you look on the outside. So yeah, like I said, if you looking for a good, decent, wholesome show that has pretty good lessons in it for not only us as adults but for our teenagers, and helping us to kind of talk about those tough topics that we may not get around to all the time. This is definitely a show that I feel like is going in a decent direction, and I do hope that it stays on for a little bit. I hope this show doesn't get lost in the shuffle like some shows before it that were trying to make a positive show, and then they end up pulling the plug. So I hope they don't pull the plug on this one. I do hope they give it a little bit, at least a few more seasons. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. And, what do you guys think is going to happen with this? I really wonder what all is going to go down with him with all this going on at once. And I also wonder, is that lady, once she comes, because I'm sure she gonna have, the cheerleader coach is gonna find out everything that really happened with him. So that makes me wonder, like, she's still gonna marry him and have the baby. What's gonna happen? So it's definitely a lot of questions. It's definitely a cliffhanger. So we're going to see what happened, and it's crazy because even his son said he wanted to come to the school now. So his son and his daughter will be going to the same school together. So that's definitely going to be interesting. Wondering if they even going to continue to go there after this. It makes me wonder how much is this going to impact the principal, because it was so much that he was, making positive efforts, and then now this big thing happened. And even though I don't feel like it was his fault, because obviously whoever was the principal there before him was not doing their job in order for that to even been going on, or wasn't paying enough attention. So technically we don't feel like it was his. But of course, I'm sure as the show goes to say he knew or tried to keep it under wraps. So I don't know. I'm just like you guys. I'm to see. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Again, we will be following up on this show as I find out new updates. I will keep y'all posted. I'm so annoyed because I really am anxious to see what's going to happen next, but I know I just got to wait and see. I do hope they keep it going for a while and we can find out what happened. But until next time, everyone stay safe out there. Again, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace. Exit.